So in today's video, we're going to be talking about special assessment. What is it? What is required, right? Now, this is a very crucial topic, especially for those of you that are living in an HOA neighborhood or considering living in a neighborhood that does have HOA. You definitely don't want to miss this because this is for your financial well-being. And we're going to get after it right now. Hey y'all, welcome back. But if this is the first time to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified about everything that's happening here in the Central Texas area. Again, my name is Jargon Martinez and I'm with the Living in Central Texas channel. And today we're going to be talking about what is a special assessment, right? This is very crucial information for those of you that live in an HOA area or are considering living in an area that does have HOA. So what is a special assessment? A special assessment is a one-time fee charged by the HOA when there isn't enough money in reserves, okay? It's in addition to regular monthly dues, and it covers major or unexpected costs outside of the normal budget, okay? So the way an HOA works is it's called the Homeowners Association because you have homeowners from that neighborhood that they do a board, and now they have, the principal person there, and they have other people that will take care of the finances or the upkeep or maintain the integrity of the neighborhood. So what happens is that a special assessment occurs when there's a big, so let's just use here in Texas, right? You have parts of North Texas that may get hit by a tornado. So they got hit by a tornado and now someone's home needs a roof repair, okay? So now each homeowner gets billed, let's just say $3,000. Now, does your monthly fee or your biannual fee or annual fee cover that cost? No, that is an extra cost or expense that comes out of thin air. So if the bill comes out to, because let's say 20 people got their roof torn off and there's a bill that comes in and it comes out to be, I don't know, $4,000, $7,000, $8,000. Now you as a homeowner, even though your roof may not have had any damage, you now have to cough up, okay? You now have to come up with that extra bill in order to help pay to maintain the integrity, right? So this happens, whether it be an emergency plumbing issue that floods, let's say the clubhouse, because HOAs, some neighborhoods, they do have amenities like a clubhouse, a pool. Anything happens to those things, the bill gets passed to everyone equally in the neighborhood. This is aside from your monthly, annual, or biannual fee that you're paying, okay, to the HOA, right? So what does this pay for? What does the special assessment pay for? It pays for major repairs, such as replacing roofs, okay, amenity renovations or replacements. So let's just say that the pool is a little dated, it needs some help. So updating the pool area with new decking, lighting, etc. Emergency or disaster recovery. So let's say a hurricane damages common fences like on the East Coast, right? Or landscaping. Insurance deductibles. So for example, HOA has a $50,000 deductible for fire damage and homeowners split the cost. So these are all examples of what a special assessment can be given to each homeowner in the area. Now, that's kind of good in the sense that the community is there to help everyone out, but it's kind of sucky because it's like an unexpected bill that comes to you. And the thing is, once you're in an HOA, that's pretty much it. There's no fighting against that. So how does it work actually? How does a special assessment work? So the HOA board, okay, votes to issue the special assessment, right? So let's say, for example, a board, they say the board gets together, they have a meeting, and it's gonna cost for everyone's roof to be about $120,000, right? Co-equally. Well, now what they're gonna do is since there are no reserve funds, which is a fund that they keep on reserves. If there's no reserve funds for that, guess who's paying for that? You are, if you're living in an HOA, right? The cost is splitting among homeowners based on the HOA rules, right? You receive an official notice explaining the amount, the reason, and the payment timeline. Yeah, and that sucks. Because imagine you go to get your mail, you come from work, or let's just say, let's put it this way, you just got back from a 3-week vacation that you well deserved, right? You open up the mail, next thing you know, you get a notice saying, hey, there's a special assessment here that has to be covered, and we're asking for $7,000, and you have to pay that within the next 2 months. Think about that, right? This is legit, okay? This information is, this is why it's very crucial. So how do you feel, how would you feel if you get a bill out of left field that says that you have to pay this within a certain timeline, right? That has nothing to do with you. Your home may be perfectly fine, but because others suffered for whatever reason, now you have to cough up the cost, right? So you receive an official notice explaining the amount, the reason, and the payment timeline. Some HOAs allow homeowner voting and others do not. So in other words, you have people that can vote for or vote against it, but then there are other HOAs that say, this is what it is, that's it, you just got to eat it. So that kind of sucks, right? So this is why it's very important when you're doing or buying a house, a property in an HOA location, you want to look at the CC&Rs, which is the covenants, conditions, and restrictions of that neighborhood. You want to make sure that you're looking at all the documentation that the HOA board has there, so that way you can be a little bit more prepared when buying a property in an HOA location. Okay, so why do special assessment happen? Why do these things happen? Because they are low or they are depleted in their reserve funds. So again, guys, the reserve funds are just funds, extra funds there to try to cover these costs, but if they're not there, you have to pay it up. Unexpected repairs or emergency, budget shortfalls, new amenities being added. Sometimes with the growth of the community, right? New amenities, a new pool is going to be added, or they're going to add a basketball court, or they're going to maybe put a soccer field there, or they're going to put an Olympic-sized pool, or maybe higher end communities, they have spas and saunas and all these gyms that they have. So who pays for that? Everyone collectively has to pay that. And that comes by the way of the special assessment. Okay, so what are your rights, however, as a homeowner? Do you even have any rights? Well, yes, you do. One, you can read the HOA bylaws to understand how assessments are decided. So the bylaws are the rules of the HOA. You get that, right? You can go to your HOA. If you don't know where to get that, you go to your HOA and say, hey, what are your bylaws? Or if you're buying a property, make sure that your agent, ask them that question. Hey, can you give me the bylaws of the association that's there that we're gonna go and buy? Because I'm really interested in this that may occur, and he or she will get it for you, right? So your CC&Rs say any assessment, right, that has to be done or voted on or may not even be voted on, right? Also, your rights are that you may be able to dispute or challenge improper assessments. Okay, so if you're like, well, wait a minute, you guys are charging us this amount, but in reality, the costs come out to this. So what's going on here, right? You do have that right. So you may not be able to vote for or against it, but you do have the right to ask questions, right? And if somebody, let's just say, unfortunately, there are Karens or Kens that go on power trips and they think that they're the king of the community, you or queen, you may run into, a stubborn person that it may make your life a living hell just for you asking questions, right? And this is all over the internet. You cannot deny the fact that I'm telling you this, because you can go to YouTube and easily find these type of people out there, okay? Now, one thing, however, if you are like, well, wait a minute, you guys are going way outside of your boundaries, way outside of the rules, this doesn't seem right, you can also hire an attorney to help you fight, right? Or question what the HOA is doing. So you can hire legal counsel if the HOA oversteps its authority. A lot of times people don't bother with it because they just don't care, or sometimes they just don't have the money to pay for legal counseling. But if you do, okay, if you're able to get legal counseling and you see that these people are stepping out of order, get the help, okay? So guys, I hope that this video about special assessments, remember, a special assessment is an additional fee apart from your monthly, biannual, quarterly, or annual fee that you pay to the HOA, right? So anything happens, whether it be weather related or the community's growing, you guys are adding amenities to make the neighborhood more appealing, whatever the case may be, you may get hit with a special assessment from your HOA. And so I hope that this video proved for giving you some value. Remember, write the comments. Let me know, do you live in an area that has HOA and have you been hit with an assessment? Write it down below. I would like to hear your story. And you can comment the good, the bad, or the ugly. Doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but if you write a hateful comment, well, hey, we'll take it too. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And remember, if you want to talk with us, you can always shoot us a text, send us an email. Better yet, jump on the Zoom link below. So that way we can have some face-to-face interaction and help you. It doesn't matter wherever you are in the States, but if you're definitely here locally, we can definitely help you for sure. So give us a call and we'll talk to you guys soon. Again, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.